Hi, Trisha here, Gelli Plate Printing. Today we are going to look at printing some feathers. Let me find them for you. Here they are. So some really cute little feathers with lots of different patterns and designs on them. We're going to create hundreds of these. Not quite hundreds, but almost. So I'm going to talk you through the process of doing that, printing up the feathers, and also creating a whole load of prints on different papers for you to use to collage, to cut up as backgrounds, as cards, all sorts of stuff. So let's get ourselves started. I have got feathers, so you want quite large ones. I brought these from, I think I got these off eBay actually. Really look at the size of the feathers. Now these are perfect because they're just the right size for my plate. So don't spend a fortune on massive long ones that are too big for your plate, because that's no good either. But do make sure that they're not like teeny weeny little ones. So actually have a look and make sure you're getting a decent sized ones. So you can see I've got a much finer covering here. So let's go for swirliness. Ooh, running out of space, yeah. Okay, so now let's bring our feather in. So we need to build our feathers up in a couple of different ways. So we're going to do a couple of things on our feathers. So pop my feather on there. Pop my paper down. So where my feather is going to take a print underneath my feather, but where the feather is sitting, I'm not going to get a print on my paper. So let's pull our paper up first. Ooh. So we get a really cool sort of silhouette or negative of my feather, and I get this really nice pattern that I've stamped out on there. But then on my feather I get a really sweet delicate pattern. So we're going to put this to dry, and then we're going to print on this again later. Go with my little scraper here. Wipe that on my apron. Okay, I'm going to put this one in. So let's show you the other paper. So this is my slightly thinner tissuey paper here. If your paint is quite wet, quite thick on your plate, and I don't mean thick as in hard, but thick as in there's a lot on there, you'll find that as you're moving, you'll slide your paper around. So be quite delicate. You know, you want to press your paper on, but because we're using very thin paper, we don't really have to put a lot of pressure on to get a print. So then, hold my feather down. Okay. So can you see all that lovely featheriness on here? I don't get because it was caught in the lines there, so not quite as nice a print, but that's okay. We can play with it. But ooh, so I've got a really nice print on there. Okay, so I've still got quite a lot on here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this one here. Oh no, I've got this yellow under here. So I've got this one here that I'm going to print onto. So this is quite dry. So I'm going to pop this on here. So I won't get quite as strong a colour as I did first off, but I should get a nice print. Peel it up and there we go. So I've got a very, I don't know if you can see actually. So I've got on the yellow there, I've got that circles from the sequin waist, and I've got that line from the from the edge of the sequin waist there. So you can see that down there. Then I've got this blue over the top across here, but I've also got, because I had my feather in there, I've got a very subtle feather shape where the feather is printed, but it's just left a little bit of tiny bit of acrylic on the plate. So I think I'm probably going to print over that again with something else. But I like this blue. I think I might do some blues and pinks actually, some snazzy colours. So let's pop that on, and let's go. I've got this one. Oh, I got on sale. So let's have a go with this one then, and I should get quite a. Let's bring it in. Oh, I could have been printing that, couldn't I? Let's stamp that onto something. I've got this one here. Yeah. Sorry, stamp that in the middle there. Okay. Feather in there. Let's see what we got on her feather. Oh, very nice. Very nice, very nice. Can you see that? Let's put it up here. Just very subtle, that one is. Okay. Oh, purple. Let's try a bit of purple. I've got a bit of blue still on my roller. If you want the colours off, you can just, let me show you. So I can just print that layer off there. I can work over that. Can you see that? That's where my feather was, and it's left a lot more ink on the surface. And I can print this off again, so I can keep going around and pulling that off. But I can also just clean my brush and my roller off like that as well. And I wouldn't get rid of any of these, you know, I would keep this. I might roll over this several times so it's got a build up of colour. I can use that for something. That's the problem with my house. I've always got tons of stuff that I could use for something. Okay, so this one's a little bit thicker. So we'll just see how this goes. I've had to go backwards and forwards a little bit more on this one to get an even covering. A little bit of stickiness there. So, yeah. Let's see what we get from this. We'll try on a feather. We might find that actually our feather sticks to this. It might be a little bit too sticky. Oh, not too bad. There we go. So, here we go. And then pull our feather off. Ooh, lovely. There we go. Yep. Going to get a weird colour now, adding this green on with this purple. Got a slight sort of browniness now because that purple's really mixing in, so I'm just going to try and add a little squirt or a great big blob of yellow onto this. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple of things on here, because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this to prepare for printing onto the tips of my feathers. So I really don't mind what I print off here. I'm going to print it over this anyway, but I'm really taking a print. Oops, see there, sliding around, overexcited. I'm really just taking this print as a means of leaving some marks on. Sorry, there we go. Let's come back in here. Oh no, sorry, let's get a bit more yellow on that bit. Sorry, that was my plan, to make that even more yellowy down the bottom and come back into it. There we go. Getting a bit more yellow down here. That's the one I used. Okay. So now, stretch under there. So I'm going to take my feathers here, and I'm going to on the bottom of this one here, I'm going to put it across here, and then on the top of this one I'm going to put it across here. So I'm only going to print those parts of it, and they're actually only going to print where the paint is. So I should have circles here, and I should have lines here. 2 pieces of paper there. Okay. I need to take my paper down, don't I? Oops, carefully pull this up. There we go. So you just get a bit of a randomness here. But on my feathers, I get, there we go. So I'm just going to pull those in, because as the paint dries, it's actually going to dry in that shape. So I'm just going to pull those up onto there. This one, what's this one? Oh, not so nice. I might print over that one. Okay. So that's just got that printed on it. I'm just going to press on here just to take the paint off here. There we go. And then on the other half, I'm just going to roll the paint off. There. Okay. So I'm just going to take my background back down again, my piece of paper down. It's getting a bit messy as well, so I don't want any of this paint coming up onto anything else. And we'll continue with our feathers. Okay then, I'm taped down. You see sometimes people saying about cleaning your plate off with wet wipes, which are fine if you want to use wet wipes. I've got a cloth here that's just wet. I think it kind of depends if you want to be using loads of wet wipes or not. Kind of made a decision not to use hundreds of wet wipes. So if you've got a lot of paint on there and you think I just want to start fresh, or at the end clean it all off, you can just use a bit of water on there and that's it, you're ready to go. Okay, so I have got now, oh sorry, leaning over, I have got that one, which is fine, I quite like that one. I've got this greeny one, I've got this blue one, quite like these blue ones, so I might do some more blues. I've got that one, which is nice, but I don't like the tip, so I'm going to go over that. So I'm going to do a few more, but now I have got all of these 100 million, so I quite like that. It's got the silhouette on there. And I've got myself some more colours out. So I've got this really nice pink which I haven't used yet, so I think I might use that. I've also found out another yellow, much more yellowy yellow. Got a little orangey here, red, purple, green, so a bit more stuff to go. Let's go with our yellow. And just see. And you'll find that you know, all the different paints slightly behave differently, not in a bad way, but some will give you a nicer covering, some will give you, like that purple one, a lot stickier covering, so you'll just get different things. So it's worth playing about with your different paints and seeing. So I'm just going to do like a lot all over here. So I'm going to get that yellow in there, and then I'm also going to do, well look, I've got a tinier one here, so let's get one in here. So really I'm just using this to lift this colour up onto the feathers. But again, oh look, here's one that I did the same one before. That one I did the same one, so let's press that on. Make sure that these aren't wet. Doesn't matter here, but what you don't want is this colour transferring onto the back, especially if it's very wet and sticky, because it'll push through your feathers. That makes sense, so just be careful. need something a lot bolder on the end of that. Ooh, it's kind of nice. It's a nice colour. So let's do a few more in yellow then, because I don't think this is going to print over the top of some of my other colours particularly. That's swirling. Oh, here it is over here. I'm putting my stuff all over the place. Printing that one. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to carry on doing this on quite a few different pieces of paper and feathers. So I'll either cut this out and you'll see some final ones, or how about I put some jaunty music on and I might speed this up a bit. Okay, so I'm going to come back again to my little sheet here and make a, I probably need to make a much thinner stripe, don't I? There. Okay. So I'm going to get a stripe across the edge of there and get another stripe in at the edge of there, and then I might get another one in here. Ooh. Let's leave that a second. I'm trying to squeeze too much into that. Trying to find some dry papers here, because I'm really just using this to press that stripe on there. There it is. Just mesh the edge there. That's okay there. So can you see here where I've not pressed down? I don't know if you can see that on my page here, but this is pressed down here, but I've got a little air bubble. So let's peel, and can you see, if you don't press it, it's not going to print it. But I have got lots and lots of still wet here, but let's just go over again and put those stripes in again. Okay, so I've got a V here, so I'm just going to try and catch that edge there. And here I've got a bit of a randomness, so I'm just going to try and come across there. And again, trying to find something just to press down with. I've obviously moved it slightly. I do have a little wet bit up here, so I'm just going to go over that either side. You see it's a little bit wet there, and just see if I can just make it tiny. I can catch that a little bit in there. There we go. At least make it look like it was supposed to be there. Okay, so let's move everything out the way. So what I've got is there we go. So those are my feathers completed. Let me know which ones you like the best. I quite like that one if it didn't have that brownie colour underneath, but it's okay. I like that one. I like that one. I like that one. I like that one.